and welcome back to part 2 of my random tips on how to be a better quickscoper in Modern Warfare 3. For anyone who hasn't seen the first part yet, we just talked about perks, or my selection of perks, and what perks I choose for the specialist package, or what I find useful overall. So if you haven't seen that yet, maybe go check it out. Right. Well, diving right in, because we have lots of things to finish up on with my class, so let's just start with probably the biggest question of them all. What sniper do I use? Well, you can see I use the MSR. Now, for anyone who uses the L118 or the Barrett or any other sniper, that's fine. What I'm going to tell you is it comes down to personal preference. What I mean by that is that I actually went into, well, not even theater mode, but I recorded the MSR and the L118 shooting, and I counted the frames it takes for both of them to scope in, and I can tell you, while putting conspiracy theories to rest, I guess, that both of them have identical scope in speed. So anyone who's saying, oh, one scopes in faster than the other, it's OP, it's not true. They both scope in with the exact same speed. The only difference is the way in which they scope in. Like the MSR, you may have noticed, scopes it from the right as opposed to the 180 from the bottom right, but anyway. Point is, personal preference. Most of us, I guess, just decide they like one sniper and then try to justify it. So pick one, be happy with it, and move on. Cool. Now, proficiencies, on the other hand, are quite important, and there's a lot of variation there. Like, for example, I always use speed. I always use speed, unless I haven't unlocked it, of course, because it's my favorite one. I prefer mobility. I always like running around, being more mobile, being more agile, being able to, I guess, dodge bullets. Well, not dodge bullets, but, take better cover and, just be more mobile overall. That's why I take speed. It's also one of those things that you can use during the entire game, as opposed to, like one of my friends pointed out, if you have impact, I mean, how many times are you going to kill someone through a wall in one game? Probably not as much as you spend running around, right? Okay. Well, that's it. Now, aside of speed, obviously, there are a lot of other good proficiencies. Like, for example, I love focus. Focus is great because, if that submachine gun or something gets one shot on you, you can still quickscope the other guy without much trouble because, yeah, your range is reduced. Also, kick, impact, I mean, they're nice proficiencies, but in all fairness, if I ever have focus on speed unlocked, I'll never use it. The last one, stability, by the way, it's a great proficiency if you're going to be hard scoping. But considering we're kind of talking about quick scoping here and free for all, you're probably not going to find much use for it. Right. Anyway, moving on. Attachments. Now, attachments are a lot easier to proficiencies for me because I really only have one choice, and that is extended mag. I've noticed that with Modern Warfare 3, for some reason, all other attachments just mess up my sniper. Like, I do not want to have a thermal, I do not want to have a variables scope because, well, actually the variable scope is pretty much the only one that doesn't kind of mess up your sniper, I guess, in my eyes. But I don't even see the point of it because, if you're going to be learning how to quick scope, you may as well do it with one zoom in variance as opposed to 3 of them. So, I suggest use the extended mags, you get those 2 or however many extra bullets, and be happy with that. Cool. Now, the secondary I use, on the other hand, is very, I wouldn't say controversial, but different. Because I've probably spent at least 6 of my prestigious running around with the Stinger. Why? Well, mostly because I actually just prefer quickscoping as opposed to pulling out my secondary, as you actually see once in this game, which is like hell freezing over for me. Anyway, the point is, like, if you have a Stinger, like I said in one of my other commentaries, it's nice. You can take out stuff real quick, it gives you lots of points, and it's great. Otherwise, Deagle, whatever you prefer, everything works great, I guess. But not important. Now, with the equipment, it also kind of comes down to personal choice because, like, for example, I always have a throwing knife. I like throwing knives, they're cool. I use a throwing knife. If you want to use Semtex, frag, it doesn't really make a difference. Same with the tacticals. Now, what I will say about those is that, unlike in free-for-all, those things are extremely useful for objective games, like a smoke grenade for domination, or claymores, or bouncing betties, or trophy systems, or portable radars. All of that stuff is especially important for objective-based games. But for free-for-all, in all fairness, I don't find much use. Anyway, as we're running out of time again, the only thing we got left really is my selection of a strike package. And you guys already know I choose the specialist package, but I'm going to leave it for the next episode to go into why I do that. Basically, if you are already a decent quickscoper, I would probably suggest trying out the specialist because it's just awesome. If not, then go with the supportive if you die a lot, and possibly with the assault if you're in between. Anyway, like I said, that finishes it off for this episode, so thanks for watching, guys, and next time we'll pick it up with finally some gameplay tactics. Yeah. Peace.